I'm Rick Kaler, and thanks for joining me. Well, over the past year, Rapid Cities Country Club rebuilt its 50-year-old clubhouse. An article in the Rapid City Journal on the recent opening of the new building elicited several online comments, including these, quote, "And for the 420 top-of-the-heap community folks who built this obscene monstrosity right in the middle of a recession for the rest of us, shame on you for flaunting your riches," end quote. The second, quote, "Can you say lower class stay away?" End quote. Several other comments did point out that the country club was a source of local jobs, and its new construction, funded by its members, cost nothing in taxes and was started well before the crash of 2008. As one person put it, it's not immoral or illegal to have disposable income. Well, maybe it isn't illegal to have extra money, but increasing numbers of people seem to consider it immoral. This small exchange in a small Midwestern town over a country club is a microcosm of a growing class warfare unfolding in America. Sadly, it seems it is no longer a good thing to be viewed as rich, which according to some polls is anyone worth over $500,000. Now certainly, it is a normal human trait to have some envy and resentment of those who have more than we do. I believe, however, that an undercurrent of deeper resentment against the rich is spreading in this country. One example is this response I received online to one of my columns, quote, "I wish I have never saved into 401k. I should have just spent everything when I was making it. Rich people in America are financially raping everyone else," end quote. For many people, the frustration and fear created by the recession has focused on highly paid managers of failed financial companies and high-profile swindlers like Bernie Madoff. Instead of these people being seen as one-off, unethical operators, these newsmakers seem to have become stand-ins for the rich in general. Successful people are less likely to be viewed as hard-working entrepreneurs who, through the risks they took and the skills they acquired, create jobs and opportunities both for themselves and others. Instead, a throwback to the 1930s, a growing number of Americans and their elected officials are blaming the rich for the economic crisis and determined to penalize them by raising their taxes. The latest example of this is a survey conducted for the Associated Press by Stanford University and the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation on funding for healthcare reform. The only funding methods supported by a majority of those polled were those that increased income taxes on the wealthy. With such public support, it's no wonder that Democrats in the U.S. House of Representatives voted to pay for their health care plan with a 5.4% income tax surcharge on those making more than $500,000 a year. It is as if the country is acting based on a money script of there will always be enough money, just get it from the rich. Sooner or later, however, if the seemingly bottomless pool of the rich is taxed more and more heavily, it will dry up. Margaret Thatcher once said, "The problem with socialism is that eventually you run out of other people's money to spend." The result of all of these tax-the-rich policies will make the recent financial crisis look like the good old days. We will see consumers spending even less, businesses cutting back, and more employees unable to find jobs. I'm extremely concerned that this increased resentment of the rich is coming just at a time when we need to be supporting small businesses in order to preserve jobs and create new ones. If we overburden those businesses instead, the result will be fewer opportunities for average Americans to live the American dream and build wealth of their own. Thanks for joining me.